Do you want to completely overcome your addiction to porn and get your life back? Do you want to stop masturbating? Or are you looking for strategies to aid a friend or partner battling masturbation and porn addiction? Well, the good news here is that Nofap is all you need to get through this experience. If you've not been told about Nofap before, don't worry, we are here to help you. In today's video, we explain all you need to know about it, as well as the benefits many people don't tell you. Stay tuned. Here's what you need to know about Nofap. Abstaining from masturbating is what Nofap refers to. The goal of this worldwide movement is to help people stop masturbating permanently and get over their addiction to porn. It all began as a casual thread on Reddit, created by someone who had managed to abstain from masturbation. Pittsburgh web developer and ex-porn addict Alexander Rhodes created the Nofap forum in June 2012 to aid others in overcoming their addictions to porn. Is Nofap beneficial? Every day since the Nofap movement's rise to prominence, new inquiries have been raised. Many people wonder if Nofap is worth trying, and if so, if there are any advantages to using it. Before discussing the many advantages of Nofap, it is important to recognize the justification or excuse mindset phase that may occur during attempts to abstain from porn or masturbation. When your mind actively seeks excuses to justify your continued masturbation or pornographic media consumption, we call this the justification or excuse mindset. Masturbation is undeniably a source of great pleasure. What are the benefits of Nofap? Alright, let's get straight in. 1. You'll be happier. Reboot your dopamine receptors. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter secreted after rewarding experiences. It helps with things like feeling motivated, staying on task, feeling happy, and staying awake. What I mean is, have you ever experienced the sense of accomplishment you receive when you finally reach orgasm? The neurotransmitter dopamine is responsible for that sensation. In addition, a reliance on dopamine is commonly held responsible for sexually gratifying behaviors, including pornographic media and masturbation. And here's why. Dopamine is released in large quantities during masturbation, contributing to the sensation of pleasure. Addiction develops when the brain requires increasingly large amounts of dopamine release to achieve the same level of pleasure. Thus, we seek out more of the stimuli that initially produced them. The main concern is not just becoming dependent on those stimuli, but also losing pleasure from activities like playing video games or hanging out with friends that used to provide the same dopamine rush as they do now. Low concentration and motivation are two side effects of suddenly losing interest in activities that used to delight you. The effect of Nofap is similar to that of resetting your body's dopamine levels. Reducing the cumulative level of dopamine in the brain and raising dopamine receptors is how one might return one's dopamine level to its factory setting after engaging in masturbation or seeing pornographic material that thrills you. When dopamine receptors are amplified, people once again experience excitement and pleasure from routine activities. 2. Increased willpower, determination, and discipline. This is a common beginning success story for those on the Nofap path. Refraining from porn and masturbation is a difficult task that calls for a strong will, self-control, and resolve. The irony is obvious even at a cursory glance. Persons with porn and masturbation addictions have little self-control. The perpetuation of porn and masturbation is a direct result of this. Because of their inherent lack of resolve, this may appear disheartening, but it should have the opposite effect. Remember that only broken things can be fixed, and only empty spaces can be stuffed. Similar to how Nofap may help people with willpower keep it up and even boost it, it can also help those who start with none at all. 3. Better self-esteem. The value of Nofap in fostering confidence is hard to overstate. Gaining confidence in oneself and one's relationship is facilitated by Nofap. Most people who watch porn know full well that the depictions in porn tend to be over the top. It depicts greatly exaggerated things compared to actual life, including the physical characteristics of the actors, the method in which the acts are performed, and much more. Because of this, many addicts have a low opinion of themselves because they feel bad about the way they look or how they perform in bed. The result is a lack of self-assurance, a sense of vulnerability, and a general sense of unhappiness. You risk damaging your own and your partner's sense of pride. One's sense of worth might be shattered when one realizes their partner is avoiding intimacy and turning to porn instead of them for sexual gratification. In their own words, many Fapstronauts have said that Nofap helped them let go of their idealized views of the past, embrace the present, make meaningful connections to others and the world, and ultimately accept themselves. 4. Increased energy. Nofap boosts stamina in 2 ways. First, by preventing the production of hormones that would otherwise cause the energy to be spent and lost after masturbation. And second, by strengthening the mind, which in turn improves the body's ability to exert force. In the first scenario, much vitality is expended during masturbation and erections. Hormones, higher blood flow, and more prolactin result from ejaculating. A reduction in testosterone and a rise in dopamine are both effects of masturbation, which can lead to fatigue, lack of drive, and poor performance. On the other hand, Nofap causes a rise in testosterone, which means you'll have more pep in your step and see better results from your weight training. To put it another way, in the second scenario, our mental health is intrinsically linked to our physical abilities. When coping with mental health concerns, this is why many feel exhausted, burdened, and unable to get anything done. On the plus side, improved mental toughness and steadiness, one of the goals of Nofap, equates to reduced fatigue and a greater sense of vitality. 5. Increased confidence. Nofap helps you gain self-assurance by forcing you to create and achieve objectives. Reaching a long-term objective boosts one's sense of accomplishment and self-worth. The objective of Nofap is to get people to stop watching porn and masturbating altogether. If you're truly committed to being sober, you'll feel exhilaration, clarity, and a surge in self-assurance once you've achieved your goal. It's important to remember that while abstinence is the end aim of Nofap, you may experience multiple relapses. After all, the most successful people aren't the ones who never experience any setbacks, but the ones who repeatedly encounter and learn from them, eventually developing the skills necessary to avoid them altogether. The way Nofap aids in overcoming masturbation and porn addiction is by bolstering your resolve to try again and again despite setbacks, all the way up to the point where you've mastered the skill. 6. Better sex life. Nofap has other benefits, including increased libido and enhanced sexual performance. Addiction to masturbation or pornography can have devastating effects on romantic partnerships. Genital desensitization, or the loss of sensation and pleasure during sexual activity, is a potential side effect that could have serious consequences for a person's sex life. The genitalia has adapted to a level of sexual stimulation that you may not be able to replicate in a romantic relationship. Sexual discomfort and discontent with a spouse are common outcomes. Related to this is the dopamine surge you get from a sensation that surpasses what your spouse provides. As a result, the amount of sensation provided by your partner won't be enough to trigger a satisfying rush of dopamine. Porn-induced erectile dysfunction, PIED, is the inability to achieve or maintain an erection for sexual activity. This is because the brain has been acclimated to the artificial stimulation of the screen, making it harder for them to experience the same level of excitement from an actual partner. Sexual performance can be negatively impacted by low self-esteem, faulty confidence, performance anxiety, despair, and other bad emotions. If you give up porn and masturbation, your body will have a chance to recover from the extreme pleasure it had been accustomed to. During this time, your brain's dopamine receptors will be at an all-time high, making you extremely sensitive to your partner's touch. 7. Increased productivity. If you're suffering from low mood, anxiety, isolation, or self-hatred, Nofap can help. Plus, it'll free up a ton of your time while increasing your output. It is common advice to keep one's mind and hands busy by challenging oneself to abstain from porn and masturbation. Since boredom can lead to masturbation and porn addiction, it's important to find ways to alleviate it. They have diverted their attention in a variety of ways. Some individuals, for instance, find it more pleasurable to engage in wholesome pursuits, like discovering and developing new interests and routines. Others prioritize strengthening interpersonal bonds by devoting more time to loved ones. To divert their attention from porn and masturbation, some people go above and beyond in their profession, setting objectives and focusing their energies on accomplishing them. Most methods used to boost productivity lead to an increase in output. A working brain and body will never let you down. In addition, the mental steadiness that results from adopting a new routine, way of life, and network of friends has been shown to positively affect stress levels, quality of sleep, and overall vitality. 8. Improved quality of life. It is no joke that pornography and masturbation addiction consume a lot of time for many people. By refraining from masturbating and spending a lot of your time on porn websites, you will not only gain control of your life, but also have more time to build better relationships and be productive. Maintaining health practices and good habits during the Nofap period generally improves your quality of life. Nofap challenges you to take control of your life as well as your decisions and choices. The overall health, physical, and mental benefits cannot be overestimated. Well guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on post notification so that you don't miss out when we post videos.